intro for how to use the Sickening Events Check-In app. So let's go ahead and get started. When you start, you are going to need to unpack your equipment. So as you unpack the box, make sure that everything is included according to the packing slip. If it isn't, reach out to us right away. So you may have something such as a smartphone. You may have something like an iPad, but you'll also likely have some accessories. So you'll definitely have some sort of charging apparatus, depending on how many devices you're renting. You could have some charging cables individualized. And it's possible you may have even something like a card reader that allows you to process chip and swipe cards as well. And in addition to that, you may have something like a stand or for your iPad, as well as a stand for the card reader. All right, let's get started on the actual mobile app. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and power on the device, and we're going to swipe up to unlock the phone. Now, unless otherwise stated, the passcode will always be 2468. If it isn't 2468, it will be documented in the packaging material that arrived with your rental kit. Once you've unlocked the device, we'll need to connect it to the internet wherever you are. So we'll go ahead and jump into settings. We'll scroll all the way to the top and go to Wi-Fi. Now, I'm already connected to the Sickening Events Wi-Fi signal, but you may need to connect it to the hotspot that is included with your rental kit or the local Wi-Fi. For now, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the Sickening Events mobile app. You'll be presented with the login screen. This username and password will be given to you by the organizer or in the packaging materials with your rental kit. So it looks like we have a Pride Rainbow Renaissance event. All of your upcoming events should be listed here in this list. If you're unable to find them, simply drag down to refresh the event list. Let's go ahead and select the event you want to start check-in for. Next, it may present you with a series of sub-events. Make sure the sub-event you select matches the event that you're doing check-ins for. Otherwise, tickets may not scan correctly. Now, it's going to present us with a list of instances. So if there are multiple days and times this event takes place, you'll need to make sure to select the correct date and time as well. Now, it's presenting us with our main dashboard screen. To update this to see if there are more tickets, we can simply hit this refresh button and it will refresh all of the data in the list. To start scanning in tickets, we'll go ahead and tap the scan button, and that will open our camera so that we can then scan the QR code tickets. If an attendee is unable to present their QR code ticket or they're unable to find the confirmation email, you can simply look them up by last name. We can simply go through and we can manually look up an attendee by their name. So let's go ahead and look up an attendee. Looks like we have 2 tickets for Mr. Jeff Livingston, so we can go ahead and tap into that order, or we can simply tap the green ticket icon from this screen to redeem those tickets. All right, now let's have a look at the box office functionality. This is where we can actually conduct sales. If you don't activate the card reader first, it will simply prompt you to enter the card information manually. We don't want to do that. It's less secure. So what we'll do is we'll tap the credit card icon in the very upper right hand of the screen, and we will simply select use this iPhone. It then may prompt you to enable tap to pay, which will then include the response yes, and then it will prepare the iPhone to start taking those payments. In the case that it does prompt you for a firmware update, just give it a few seconds until it updates. Now that we've got our Apple built-in reader connected, we can simply hit the return button. And now we can see that the card icon has turned a lovely shade of green, indicating that we are ready to take payments. Now, if we add something to our cart, we can simply hit the credit card black button there at the bottom, and it will present us with the lovely Apple Pay screen, as you can see here. Then take the user's card, hold it directly here on the device, and you'll be good to go. Let's walk through a different scenario. Let's say you have an older iPhone or you're operating on an Android device. You may need to connect a card reader. So let's go ahead and disconnect from the Apple built-in, then bring in our card reader to the picture. To start up the card reader, we'll simply hold the button on the side and we'll hear the beeps. Perfect. So now we've heard a beep, you can see the status indicators have lit up. What we're gonna do is we are going to search for the readers. you can see that the Stripe M2 reader has populated up on the screen. So I'll just verify the serial number ends in 167, and I'll go ahead and connect to that reader. And I'm gonna hit connect, then I'll hit pair, and then you should hear another beep when it connects. Perfect. It'll tell us the battery percentage, and then we'll hit return. You can see the card is green, and we can now start accepting payments using the Bluetooth card reader.